Okay, doing a Return to Ravnica block draft because I have packs left and I feel like it. Pretty clear, I think Livni is the best card here. Where did my... Oh, there's my clock. Okay. Playing around with the beta because... Yeah. Supposedly this last build has actually gotten stable, so... Hey, Goblin Test Pilot. Fun times. I played live a couple weeks ago, and I saw the Goblin Test Pilot in play, and I was like, wow, someone's really going for it. And then I went there, and it was game 3, and he'd played it in the previous 2 games. And he completely left off the chosen at random part of that. It was just taking... like, I can just tap and do 2D damage to anything I want? That's awesome! It was kind of funny. So, this pack... Interesting. I don't know if it's just the beta, but it doesn't have it sorted by rarity anymore. So, because the uncommons are all over the place. So, I don't know. Scraphead Giant, Blaze Commando, Bronzebeak Mower, probably all pretty close to the best cards here, and then probably Crawl Warrior and Sorcerer Druid. I think I'm going to go with the Blaze Commando. I've had success with the blue, white, red. You might call it the American color scheme. I would call it perhaps the French or the Russian because I like to be contrarian. I mean, yeah, that keeps us somewhat in the same colors. Double 5-drops. Means the clue stones get better. However, there's Deputy of Acquittals and Nivix Cyclops. I kind of like the Nivix Cyclops deck. Also, it works well with the Blaze Commando because we can take... Well, we're probably not going to see any more Punish the Enemies. We might see a Punish the Enemy or something, but puts us into that deck. I think it's better than Deputy of Acquittals anyway. And it keeps us color balanced, which eventually, I think the best strategy in this set is to eventually go into a more like, I think it's best to just pick 3 colors and just take the best card for a while, and then probably into like within the first couple of picks in pack 2 decide which colors you want to focus on and which ones you just want to run as a splash. So alright, I'm slowing down this draft. Alright, so Tithe Drinker I guess is the best card here, but I think I'm fine to take a Hazda Snare Squad. It's not that much worse. Stays in our colors. Wouldn't mind taking Gate or something, but I'll try and stick with this. And alright, Protect and Serve is interesting. Protect, Serve, Windrake, Boros Mastiff. Is it Cluestone? Hopefully we can wheel that or something. Maze Rusher and these other red cards are fine. Well, we have picked 4 creatures, so taking a combat trick isn't too bad. Windrake would also be perfectly fine. I think Protect Serve is a little bit better. It helps work with the Nivix Cyclops a little bit better. So, sure. And then, alright, so probably the Windrake. I like the Steeple Rock, is fine. There's a chance we might wheel one of the earlier ones. I think our first pack had one. So we'll take that, get in there, and get Runner's Bane. Runner's Bane, Pilfered Plans, yeah. Some maze guys. I'll take Runner's Bane. This pack is kind of crappy. I mean, it's just overall kind of crappy, not just inert colors. Maybe a clue stone, just in case we decide to open pack rat or something. Like, I mean, I guess it's possible we could run Maze Sentinel, but it's pretty unlikely. Yeah, no, I guess I'll just signal a little bit. Get out of my white. The Ashina first plate is quite nice. Let's see. Do we have potentially a Boros deck? Yeah, somewhat potentially, but we're pretty heavy on the blue. I'm also worried we haven't taken any fixing yet. So we could try and be more controlling and take the Marine Phantasm, or take just the Venus Fleet First Blade, or the Weapon Surge is actually pretty nice too. I'll take. I think the First Blade's better. Clue Stone. Okay, a little bit of fixing. Yeah. I want to prioritize the 2-drops in the next pack. Which I always say that, and then I always go like, ooh, 5-drop. I think we'll just cut the higher Torturer. Alright. Yeah. Into sideboard. And off of the guilds. I guess we'll cut this one. The Maze Rusher is more playable than the Maze Sentinel anyway. Don't think that's going to be a thing. I don't think either of the. Oops, go to sideboard. And Blackguard. Blackguard. Alright, so sort by color real quick here. So I'm going to get rid of this preview thing. Alright, so we're pretty even in all the colors right now. We're tending a little bit out of red. Alright, Martial Glory, High Priest of Penance is probably the best card, but we're going to stay out of that. Massive Raid. Massive Raid might be the thing. Although, double red could be in trouble. You could also say Prophetic Prism. Holy Mantle, Night Watch. I don't think we want to take Martial Glory. Sort. Cost. Alright, so Hands of Binding is also something we could take, but I don't think that's ideal. This is actually pretty tight. There's a lot of options, they're all pretty close. I guess I'm going to favor removal, and it plays well with Blaze Commando. We do already have quite a few number of creatures, although they tend to come out a little bit late. Alright, Massive Raid it is. There's Pit Fight, which is usually pretty awesome. Hold the Gates can actually be really good in this format. If you can pick up a ton of gates. I played live, I once had 11 gates. And Hold the Gates. People at my local store do not apparently think mana fixing is a thing. So yeah, Pit Fight over Hands of Binding. Unfortunately, it does not work with that, I don't think, right? Because it's the creatures that are dealing damage, not that, but... Alright, well, we do have a 2-drop. It's not a great 2-drop. There's also a 3-drop. It's not also not great. It's not, whatever. Am I just going to force the 2-drop? It's either that or Quartz Unison, or actually Zarichi Tiger is also quite playable. White creatures come out after that. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, so I'm feeling like we're going towards the Boros deck. With this, just a splash of blue, probably. See how we go with that. Although lack of 2-drops is definitely hindering us. I feel like I should have gone into black. Killing Glare is definitely the best card here. And then we have Active Treason or Night Watch. I think Night Watch, I guess. A couple 2/2s. Vigilance. Works well with Bomber Core, I guess. Works with Nivix Cyclops. Warmind Infantry. Smite is also good. Trying to figure out, like, we are still kind of stuck on like aggro or defensive choices. We do have a pretty good number of creatures, so I'll go ahead and take Warmind Infantry. Madcap skills, and that's the thing. Yeah, alright, so we'll try and be aggressive here. Might not work out. Wow. So, black is just shock raving mad open. So, I don't think we're going to take hold the gates. With no gates already, so we want to take probably a Devour Flesh. Maybe we start going into black. Be open to it, depending on what we see. But still not planning on it. Oh, Basilica's creature is so good. Alright, I can take a Court Street Denizen, that's fine. Works well with Night Watch, although I think Holy Mantle's just better. +2/+2 protection from creatures. I mean, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's like a lot of creatures in this set. Alright, we'll take a hold of the gates there, I guess, right? Prestige change from multicolored, a little too narrow. Alright. Convert mana cost. I could potentially splash for this Viscopa Guildmage. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but it could. Psychic Strike. Just take it. Alright, so we tended towards Boros. This set is going to, the next packet is going to pull us more back towards blue, or possibly black. Like, these are pretty decent, or, yeah, when you include the Viscopa Guildmage, these are pretty decent black cards. Devour Flesh, Planetary Blackguard, Hired Torturer. But we'll see about that. Alright, so I'll just put that over there. So still looking for 2-drop creatures, which I don't think we passed. I mean, any in our colors. I mean, technically we did pass an Incursion Specialist, but we're moving out of the blue. And then I guess Splatter Arc could be something that comes out of the sideboard. Probably not 2 of them, but whatever. Alright, so this is the makings of a deck. It's not a great deck, but we'll see what we open here. Is it Guildgate? Lobber Crew I like quite a bit. Augur Spree is good. Corpse Jack Menace is kind of balmy, but completely out of our colors, unfortunately. Terror Imp, Spears, Skywatch, Fall the Go. Alright, so the choice here is really between Augur Spree and Lobber Crew. Question about whether we want to move out of blue and into black as our splash. So blue we have Runner's Bane, Windrake, Protect Serve, and Lavinia of the 10th. Black would be Guildmage, Devour Flesh, possibly Hired Torturer. I'm going to go ahead and not go into that, just in the hopes that this is Guildmage or Guildgate wheels. Also, we have Izzet and Azorius cards we can take in this pack, whereas if we went with Rakdos, we could only take if we went with black, we could only take Rakdos cards. But oh, the Rakdos cards keep coming. Double Lobber Crew. Interesting. I think that's still the pick. Like, I mean, Soulsworn Spirit is fine, but we're trying to move away from the blue. Trying to move away from it, make that as small a splash as possible. We're not really a great Boros deck, just lack of 2-drops primarily. 3-drops are fine. But yeah. Alright, double Lubber Crew. Annihilating Fire is probably going to be the pick. Ash Zealot, though. No, that's... it's worth a ticket, too. And I think it may or may not be better in this deck. Knightly Valor is also good. I think we just need 2-drops. We're moving pretty heavily into just 2 colors. Although Rakdos Cackler is also in there too. But I'd rather have First Strike Haste. And I guess creatures, the ability never happens in this set, only in Standard, in Modern, etc. But alright. Goblin Electromancer ain't bad. It's a 2-drop, but in our splash colors, so Fencing Ace, Double Strike is good. How many ways do we have to pump power? We have Holy Mantle, Protect, Serve. I think just Swift Justice is better. It's a pretty good combat trick for 1 mana. Can swing a lot of races. Get over here. Tenement Crasher, Rising Skies, Rectus. I guess, yeah, probably Tenement Crasher. It's a 6-drop. We'll take it out, or take the Maze Sentinel out for it, certainly. And this can, yeah, it's fine. So we take that out. Phantom General's not a thing in the set. Yeah. Just take it 3-2, essentially. I don't think we're going to find any ways to get green mana, as far as I can recall. Everything else here is not playable. And this is playable. Probably still not going to play it. Splatter Thug is good. I'm pretty sure we need Splatter Thug more than Azorius Guildgate. Looks like we're going down to a pretty small blue splash. Like this probably comes out. That goes in. That goes in. Tenement Crasher, I guess. Like a mild upgrade to Maze Rusher, probably, since we have very few multicolored creatures. Oh man, they just want me to get that black splash in. It's either that or Dino Charge. Dino Charge is pretty decent, but yeah, we got 15 creatures plus Night Watch. I'm just gonna cut Auger Spree. We might go black anyway. You have to be careful though, because once you go black, you never go back. Don't think we need any more 3-drops. Deviant Glee. Tavern Swindler. Dispel. Which spell? I'll take it. Tavern Swindler. We might be black. You never know. That's not a thing. Another creature gets... That's kind of weird. Alright, so looks like this is just going to be the deck. Sure. Just got a course in my potential super unlikely that this comes in against the super greedy mana base. Alright, so we should probably find a way to get rid of Nivix Cyclops and then just splash blue for yeah, I'm pretty sure, right? 15. How many instant sorceries do we have? Ah. Alright, so where was I? This is going like there's... Alright, so instants and sorceries, that's 1, 2, 3... Sorry, 4 instant sorceries, certainly not worth splashing the Nivik Cyclops for. Oh, man, I think I might have to go into the black. I might have to take the black. It's just so much better. But I'm not sure. So we run on Viscopa Guild Mage and Augur Spree, probably just 2 black cards. I'm trying to see if we kept this one. I need 1 more card to come in. So bad. I mean, we could put in probably Runner's Bane. Or Windrake. Probably not Windrake. We're pretty full up on 3 drops. Alright, so if we got rid of the blue, like, we can keep that in or not. So these are the cards that like the blue. Pop those out, and then we put in an Augur Spree. See, the problem is we have absolutely no fixing in black. I guess we should have taken... No, I guess the Demir Cluestone doesn't really do anything. Put in that. And like a Higher Torture. Go in 22. There's just no way for us to splash it. Yeah, this is an awkward draft. I think we might just be an 18 land deck. We I'll get 3 of those, so just what about color? That's red. One double white, and these all need white, red. Let me just see, what would it suggest? Okay, we can get rid of, oops, get rid of that. 693. That seems awkward as hell. So if we can, the problem is, like, I'm really struggling for another playable card here. Just did not turn out that well. Maybe probably should have switched to black earlier. I'm not sure where I should have made that decision, but in retrospect anyway, moving out would have been better. But this is not the worst deck. Still think the fact that we actually have a Cluestone makes the blue splash better. And then maybe like another Maze Rusher. Like my 6 drops all have haste, which is not a bad thing. Not gonna run Hold the Gates. Maze Sentinel, not gonna be a thing. Wake Reflections, or we could just run 18 lands actually. But I think so since we have a Cluestone in, and I mean we could add. I think just maybe a Maze Rusher is just gonna be like the thing to do here. So I don't want to add the Runner's Bane without additional blue splashing. So like as it is right now, all we need, the only thing we need blue for is Lavinia of the 10th and splash or sorry, and the second mode of Protect and Serve. Otherwise, it's just kind of a 3 mana Show of Valor, which is fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. So this is what it suggests. I'm going to cut that and add 7 white sources, I think is kind of where we want to be. I mean, we don't need white until basically turn 3, so maybe we have 1 double white. Why does this confuse Moto so much? Alright. So, with a fair bit of double red and a lot of just flat red cards, I think we want 9 mountains. And then thinking about dumping the... No. I was thinking about dumping the plains for an island, but I think I'll just keep it like this. It is kind of awkward for that, but I think this is our most consistent build. Yeah, like if we had like 1 Rakdos and 1 Orzhov Guildgate, for sure the black would be in instead of the blue, but that was not to be. So yeah, Warmind or Blaze Commando doesn't do much. We only have 1 massive raid. What did I pass? What did I take over the Annihilating Fire? Was it the Ash Zealot? Ash Zealot's pretty good. Alright, so we'll see how this does. How it does. How it does? Whatever.